Welcome to Pretoria Prime. On December 8, 2025, Judge Napolitano's Judging Freedom sat down with former CIA analyst Ray McGovern in a video titled Ray McGovern, The Dangers of an Unbridled Military and What They Revealed May Redefine How We Think About War, Oversight, and the Meaning of National Defense Inside Our Own Borders. Listen, what Ray McGovern and Judge Napolitano laid out isn't a collection of isolated errors, it's a pattern. The new national security strategy, the Caribbean drone strikes, Admiral Halsey's resignation, the Politico leak of September 5th, they line up into a single, worrying thesis. Strategy is shifting quietly toward internal militarization, cloaked in ambiguity and operationalized through loosely supervised force. McGovern nailed the core point. The document's final text omits domestic deployments, but the earlier draft paired a Western Hemisphere focus with domestic readiness. That omission is itself a signal. When a strategy removes language about domestic use, don't assume restraint, assume plausible deniability. They were right to call out the chain of command problem. McGovern pointed out a special operations chain running outside Southcom's Oversight. Admiral Bradley took responsibility, and Admiral Halsey reportedly quit rather than follow orders his JAG urged were illegal. That resignation matters. It's one of the clearest indicators that professional norms are fraying. Senior officers and legal officers are quietly becoming the last line of resistance. They were also right to highlight the footage described. Survivors allegedly waving for 45 minutes to a drone before being struck. Senator Cotton looked at the film and called the attack righteous. That quote hangs in the air like an accusation and a warning. What they missed, or at least didn't fully press, is the legal skeleton that should be protecting us, posse comitatus, and the statutes restricting domestic use of the military, and how those laws can be rendered inert by euphemistic strategy language and executive choices. They expose the contradiction between rhetoric and action, a public pledge to respect sovereignty while threatening land strikes in Venezuela and Colombia, releasing a top trafficker from prison, and pursuing lethal strikes in the Caribbean. That contradiction is not accidental. It's functional. It manufactures a justification for force while denying the legal debate that ought to precede it. Context matters. McGovern drew the right historical parallel. Reagan's Grenada was spectacle after Beirut. Today, with influence stretched in Europe and Asia, the Western Hemisphere becomes a stage for demonstrative power. Intelligence failures abroad, the misreads about Russia and Ukraine, the bad briefings to President Biden that McGovern cited, are another alarm bell. If our intelligence apparatus mischaracterized a major conventional war, can we trust the same channels when they advise on domestic unrest or internal threats? History, from COINTELPRO to the Church Committee revelations, shows that secrecy and domestic security overlap in ways that breed abuse. Those are precedents that shape public mistrust for a reason. So ask the hard questions. Why again are we preparing forces for our own neighborhood in ambiguous language? Who benefits from operations run outside normal chains of oversight? Who controls the silence when films, witnesses, and legal warnings point one way and official statements go another? If resignations are the only checks left, what happens when those resignations stop? This isn't scaremongering, it's a call to clarity. Civilian control requires sunlight. Congress can't stay cowardly, and the press can't substitute symbolism for access. When strategy shifts quietly, liberty bleeds loudly, and that's the choice in front of us now. That's it, my friends. Please like and subscribe to support my channel. You can find more content on my Spotify and on YouTube under the handle @Pretoria Prime. Until we meet again, this was Scipio Americanus of Pretoria Prime News,